YouTube, Playmatter here, choreograph on DN, and today we've got this episode of how not to play Shaddoll versus my Mermails. I really think there's a lot to gain from watching a match and watching a player play a deck wrongly, so you can learn not to make the mistakes and see why those mistakes are mistakes, and I'll be commenting on the match as well. Okay, so I've got a set sphere, set breakthrough, and a compulsory. I'm going to just let everything through pretty much. He goes for the Midrash, doesn't even know what I'm playing, goes straight away for the Shaddoll fusion to get the Falco and Hedgehog off. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I've got the compulsory for the Midrash, so I'm going to Abyss Sphere now, bring out the Lind. I don't think he'll respond with MST because he feels pretty safe with the Midrash. I'm going to pretty much just let him think that I've played badly, and compulsory is monster. So when the replay occurs, Midrash isn't on the field, and I get my Mermail Abyss Lind's effect. Starting me off with my Tidal Engrave, and I think I search out an Undine. Yeah. And he ends his turn. And then I draw another Undine. Okay, so I just cut out like half a minute of me checking graves and just thinking through my play. And with the Tej in hand, I'm going to send the Dragoons to, I think I had a Marksman. He's looking low on back rows, and as long as I can... Oh no, I go for the Glacier. No, I go for the Marksman. Yeah, no. So he's looking low on back rows, and as long as I can keep him out of his back rows being live, then I've got a pretty good chance of winning this game. I don't want him to have his synchro options, so I'm just going to swing in and kill the Falco, let him special summon what he wants. I have got the breakthrough skill for anything he uses next turn. Yeah, I think the breakthrough here was a little bit of a waste, because but I really just didn't want him to... I know he's got a full hand of monsters and he can trigger off anything he wants. So I want him to use his resources rather than just have constantly replenished resources. There we go, another Shaddoll fusion to send these monsters to the grave. Yeah, I've got no back rows for his dragon to pop or anything, so... Yeah, he crashes his own to get the draw, so that's what he drew. So I'm still feeling quite a strong position here. I can kill his back row and summon the Tidal. And then Lind is also one cut out to Midrash. So yeah, he's going to use that to grab back the Shaddoll fusion, which is fine, as long as I don't leave him any extra deck cards on the field. I don't care if he's going to keep burning through his resources from his hand and field. So yeah, I'm just considering what to kill right now. As soon as I enter the battle phase, he just thinks I'm going to kill his Midrash, and I'm like, no. And everyone that plays Shaddoll seems to do that against me. Kind of just sends their Midrash thinking I'm going to let them do what they like and have a beast on field so that they can Shaddoll fusion with a beast, and it's like, no. So yeah, he just bounces the Tidal, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't matter or do anything. So yeah, this guy, he plays Shaddoll fusion again. He just keeps playing it. He's after the construct and trying to replenish his hand with things like that. So he goes for the core. He sends. He's going to send to grave. Hedgehog to grave. So he's got core and Squamata in hand, I think. He sets the core. Attacks over for 1200. Sets the Squamata. Okay, so I've got the Undyne, just straight away, infantry, kill that thing. You know, my hand can handle Midrash or Construct to this point, so his Shaddoll Fusion was pretty bad at that point. I just think he's really wasting his resources and wasting everything that he could be doing with just his regular monsters by spamming his Shaddoll Fusion cards. You know, Mermail isn't supposed to have a 7-4 advantage against Shaddoll at all. So yeah, I'm just going to go and I know that it's a Squamata, so I'm just going to attack. I want to keep the Undyne on the field, so I summon the title knowing that it's just going to go to the grave, because he's not going to want to lose the extra life points. I'm just going to attack over with a Shaddoll Core, I think. Yeah. That's fine. I mean, I probably should have attacked with the Undyne and then summoned the title so that he couldn't do that. Saved myself 250 life points, but it really isn't too big a deal. Yeah, and he could have just summoned this and gone over the... He probably should have done that before he killed the Undyne. Like, let's face it, that was pretty bad as well. And this guy, he's got, I don't know, 1300 rating. He's supposed to be quite good. Okay, so I'm aiming the emptiness, as is pretty much everyone right now. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and set the Lind, get my level 4 out for the next turn, and then I can Black Crows him. Pretty much my only out to Leo is Black Crows, so I'm just hoping that that's not anything he can do in the back row there. So he's just going to randomly send an Eclipse Wyvern with Foolish. Again, I think he must have had a better play than there with Foolish. Whether it was Falco play or... Yeah, so I even draw the MS2, which is just perfect because I know he can't respond to my Black Crows then. Yeah, he's just going to do his Shadow Games card. Sending a Shaddoll Fusion. He knows he doesn't want to draw it, I guess. That's because you've used so many that you've just not got any hand or anything. Black Crows the field. He knows he's lost the game from there. So I'm going to go straight ahead, siding the 3 Shadow Mirrors, the 2 Defusions, and I even go for the 2 Debunk because of how good it was in testing earlier. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what this guy's playing really. I don't know what he's got in deck, what he's got main decked against me. So if he's got his own vanities, I'm going to take out my vanities because I think he's got more resources than I have in general. And yeah, so I think he can destroy and bounce and all sorts of things that sometimes I just feel, especially if I'm going second, that I can't set up vanities easily enough against him for it to be working in my favour. And I much prefer to have the cards that are going to stay there, like Shadow Mirror. Okay, so I've opened Diffusion. I'm pretty happy with this. My hand, yeah, I'm pretty happy at how nuts my hand is right now. I've got Soul Charge, I've got Undyne, I've got all this set up. I can send Dragoons, I can search with Dragoons and fill my graveyard for Soul Charge, and I've got just everything in my hand is so good right now. And he even goes first turn Construct. I'm so happy at this point, because it's like, okay, you've got you're ending your turn with how many cards? 4? Oh yeah, he's ending his turn with 5 cards, which obviously Shaddoll can do a lot better than that. So at this point I'm like, wow, okay, that's fine by me. I drew another land. It's not particularly a fantastic draw, but so I spent a little bit of time thinking about the play, and I summoned the Undyne. I send Dragoons and search my controller, and then Dragoons to search the Marksman. This is all okay. I'm just going to go straight for it with TS. I think he's feeling so invincible there with the Construct that he's just not really going to bother responding or stopping me, because he's like, oh, I've got a Construct, there's not much you can do. So I'm like, okay, fine. Search out my level 4 so I can have Dragoons and Pike for my Soul Charge play. He lets me destroy it because he wants the fusion back, that's fine. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, he can have Shaddoll fusion in his hand as much as possible. It doesn't bother me because he's basically defeating himself by how much he uses that thing. So I don't want to set my defusion just in case that is an MST. I don't want to make his MSTs live because then they're not going to be live against anything else I've got in hand. So I just go straight for the defusion. I've already got it written there because I know what he's trying to do. Then like 20 seconds later, which I just cut out, he summons them, and I'm like, send the message, explain the card effect to him, and then he kind of reads diffusion again, and yeah, he's cool with that. Okay, so flip Falco. I'm pretty much just going to allow him to do anything he wants. You know, not that I've got anything to stop him, but it really doesn't bother me what he does in this turn at all. From what I've seen of his playstyle, he's just so aggressive and so... what? Wow, okay. So he brings out the HTS Slimeth just to banish my TS. He's going to use Shaddoll Fusion again by the looks of it. Oh wow, he's got Polymerization. So yeah, this is me being actually just gobsmacked at Polymerization. I mean, I don't think it's necessary, I really don't, to have Polymerization in there as well. I know it's a card and you can play it, but God, if you're that desperate to have a fusion on the field, then you're just not going to have any cards in hand. Yeah, deal with my field, that's fine, I'm not too bothered. I've got a huge Soul Charge play whenever I want. Okay, so he's gonna set 3. I've got a 1 card out, which is just Lind, summon, crash, grab Megalo. It's a shame I drew the lead, to be honest, but we can't always draw perfect. Okay, yeah, grab the Megalo, attack over. I'm pretty surprised it's got no response. It's like, you know, okay, so I've got backups, I've got all sorts of plays. I'm trying to make sure that you haven't got any back row there. You know, these are 3 cards that didn't respond to an attack or a special summon or a normal summon, destroying his Midrash. So it's like, okay, have Shaddoll call back and set 2 more. Wow, yeah. So he's just playing defense now, and I'm like, wow, okay, you literally haven't got anything in your back row, have you? So I've drawn another defusion, so I'm feeling pretty confident right now. And I'm thinking, shall I go for the Leo or shall I save it for a Black Rose play? Yeah, I summon the Pike to ditch the lead and search out the Undyne. Going in for a little cheeky 16 life points as well. Grab his Black Dragon. He uses the core to defend. I'm like, okay. Just end my turn straight away. There's not much more I can do that turn. Yeah, right now I'm thinking, go on, Shaddoll Fusion again. Yeah, brings out his big guy. Summons the Black Dragon as well, I think. Gets his draw off his dragon and then sets one and special summons. Takes 200. And he spends another while kind of choosing to end his turn, so I'm just like, okay. Pretty sure I'm going to just defusion straight away again. He's not very happy at defusion right now. I spend a little time just considering my turn and set an end with my Lind. Yeah, he's been through a lot of his monsters, so I know he's pretty much just drawing traps now. So he drew a trap, set it, type the Lind, and I'm like, okay, get my level 4 out so I can just summon without having to use... Oh, mind control, nice. Yeah, summon the controller and attempt to Black Crows, because I just know how bad his back rows have been. Nothing to the summon. I mean, you know, he's on 7,800 life points. But no, just rage quits. He's like, okay, nope, I can't come back from a, 6-card loss to Black Crows. He doesn't even know I've got Soul Charge. I'm just going to show you what I would have ended on. He'd have no cards in hand, no cards on field. He'd probably have a Shaddoll Fusion in hand, actually. I think there's still a core set. So yeah, he'd have Shaddoll Fusion in hand, but I'd have Abyss Gaius, which stops his guys from attacking, and I'd earn a Dweller, which stops any of his graveyard effects from going off. And if he tries to do anything, activate any effects on the field, then I can just stop them if they're 2750 or less. So yeah, and then I've got Mind Control if he manages to make a construct in the following turn, or the Undyne with infantry, actually. Okay guys, so that was how not to play Shaddoll versus my Mermails. I hope you enjoyed the game, I hope you learned something. I hope you kind of really considered and had a think about resources and whether you're wasting them or not. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Until next time, Playmatter signing out.